I'm done. Hello and welcome back to Actually Let's Talk About It with me, your host Lily, and today I will be reacting to The Good Bad Mother episode 4. Yes, we are already on episode 4 here, and it's going to get interesting because now that Kang-Ho, he can move the upper portion of his body now. I'm not sure about from the waist down, but he was paralyzed in episode 3 from the neck down, but now because his mama was using that tough love on him, now he's not. He's just paralyzed from the waist down, and he just got approved for this real exclusive physical therapy clinic. So now they're going to go there, I do believe, in this episode, so he can continue his rehabilitation. However, Kang-Ho still got enemies from his life that he can't remember because he is now reverting back to the age of 7. But he got enemies that are still plotting on him. His fiance and her daddy, aka the prosecutor that got his father killed, are still most definitely trying to look for him. And then the other dude that was going to be his adoptive dad, he's still trying to figure out what exactly happened with that situation to kind of prove that the old prosecutor did what he did, and his daughter with him. And then what's weird about that situation is Kang-Ho's fiance is feeling guilty for what she did, so she kind of get low-key triggered by seeing her scarf. She had an episode at the home and all that nonsense with her. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but I'm just hoping that his mother can protect him until he gets his memory back. And then we also got our good sis, poor Mi-joo. She got conned by the girl that helped open her nail salon, and she took all their money and ran and stole from the customers and sold the business to somebody else, and she found all of that out when she just went into work. So she most definitely is gonna have to go back home and try to figure out another plan because she don't got no money now. So they both going through, both Kang-Ho and Mi-joo, and I do not like this. And apparently Kang-Ho doesn't know that Mi-joo had their kids. The twins is his, because there is no way that she was messing with any other man, because Sam-Shik, she definitely not met that man. And there's no other candidate that she would be with, so he has to be the dad of these 2 kids, and he doesn't even know. So there's that. So y'all, we got to get into it. We definitely got to get into it. But if you're watching this video on YouTube and you are not yet subscribed, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. And also do not forget to give this video a good thumbs up, because it helps with the algorithm, it helps the video get out to more people. And leave a comment down below if you would like to. And if you're watching this on Patreon, thank you so much for being a patron. And the patron shout out does go out to Keisha L. So once again, thank you so much for being a patron. Your support is very much appreciated. And now, without further ado, we are going to get straight into episode 4 of The Good Bad Mother. I don't know why I paused dramatically, but yes. Yes. Oh no. He should not be hanging out with these kids. Oh no. How are they going to lift him up? I'm done. Not stupid. You just can only remember up to a certain age. That doesn't make you stupid. That just literally makes you literally a victim of brain trauma. Because that's what happened to him. He literally has retrograde amnesia. I need to understand why they keep saying he's stupid. I'm like, he's not stupid. And even if he did have up to the comprehension of a 7-year-old, he still wouldn't be stupid, because there's a lot of intelligent 7-year-olds. So I don't know if it's the translation, or if maybe they don't understand how cognitive brain functions work. But even if you have the cognitive brain function of a 7-year-old, you still will be very intelligent. Even if that's the furthest you could develop up to, you still could be very intelligent. It would just be a more simplistic worldview, but it would still be very much intelligent. What is going on? I need them to understand. He's just reverting back to his younger self, but he's still very much intelligent. He was intelligent as hell as 7, just like the twins are. They're intelligent as hell at 7. So at 35, he was lethal. Okay, I feel what they're trying to say here. But still, he's not stupid. That's just me. Yeah, she did. That's so not okay, y'all. She put up her mother's house, her childhood home, for this gigolo. And the gigolo is a very nice way of saying a male prostitute. And that's his business, but you don't let this man make you broke in 2023. Oh my God, I need this woman to learn. Her friend needs to understand. You let a man in 2023 make you go broke to pay his debt. Even in South Korea, women, we must use our brain, because that makes no sense. Letting a man in 2023 make you go broke, a straight man, a heterosexual, and I say this as a heterosexual woman, never do that. Never put your finances, okay, at the mercy of heterosexual men. That is all I'm going to say, because it's not wisdom, or anybody for that matter. Unless you're married to them, even then, keep a little bit separate. Keep it a little bit separate. Because people can switch up at a drop of a hat, certain types of people. And sometimes they don't show their true colors to 10, 15, 20 years down the line. But trusting a man like that you're not married to pay his debt, and then he puts you in debt, and then you defaulted, and now you flee into Los Angeles. Y'all. And now her mom and a friend is messed up financially because of her. Well, this must have been after they broke up. Also, he really stopped talking to her. Okay. So after episode 1, that moment when they had that argument, he really stopped talking to her and moved. When she said he couldn't come back in the house, he really took that for gospel and just upped and moved to Seoul. It was supporting himself by himself and just making his way through school and through the exams until he got money. Okay.
게 없어서 일단은 나부터. 그 복수 내가 도와줄게.
Oh, so there was a lot of people who were rooting for his success. He passed. Oh, yes. Come on now. Playing. He either didn't pass it or he's playing. He is an ass for that. He is such a good actor. Because that's exactly how a kid would act. Okay, so people will just vote for anybody. And I say that as an American citizen because I'm like, yeah, I've seen our presidential candidates and even a certain individual that became president. And yeah, some people will just vote for anybody. And that's the same case here. Because this man is literally a murderer, an adulterer, an infanticide, because he tried to kill his own infant baby and have Kang-Ho do it. And yeah, he is seriously unethical and unscrupulous and has very bad business practices. But yeah, he running for president of the United States. He is the Korean Trump. That's all I'm saying.
지 아버지를 죽인 왼수로 갖겠다고 온 놈이 내가 제시 아들이요 하고 내 밑에 기어 들어갈까? 아, 기가 막힌다. 그럼 회장님. 안 돼, 나 오늘 못 놀아. 오늘 공부도 하고 운동도 해야 돼.
공부? 우리가 도와줄게. 사람 어딨어? 그 사람 어디 있냐고! 여기서 돈 받아 처먹었지. 그래서 무혐의 때린 거지.
Yeah, you can't assume just because somebody has a physical disability or any kind of disability that they are automatically innocent. Because that's one of the worst things that any able-bodied person can try to do, is say because somebody has a form of a disability that they're not guilty of a crime that they very well could have committed. Because having a disability, whether it be of the physical or mental variety, doesn't mean you're not capable of doing heinous things. It means people will assume you're not capable of it simply because of that disability, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're not capable of doing the same thing that you've been accused of. So I don't believe that that's the case here. However, it's still, nobody should ever assume, especially able-bodied people, should never assume that just because somebody has a physical disability that they're not capable of doing a crime, because that's just not the case. Because it's always the most unassuming people who are guilty of doing the most heinous things. I don't believe this is the case here, but just generally speaking, never underestimate somebody just based off their appearance, because that's foolishness. Anybody could be capable of anything, because you honestly don't know what can trigger somebody to violence and or temporary insanity. You just never know. It says made in China, which is means it could have very well came from the US. What's so funny, she said it says made in the US even though it said made in China, because everybody around the world, especially people in the States, we all know that most of our stuff comes from China. Like, it's very rare to find something that's in America that says made in the USA. It's just not happening. We have so much that is imported into the country and not a lot that's exported out. And most of our imports come from China. So yeah, she ain't wrong. It's from the US, but it just says made in China. Dang near synonymous at this point, because how much stuff we get from China as a country is literally immeasurable. For real, for real. Oh no. Sir, you are literally living in the 70s. This man is under a delusion. He literally looks like he just dropped out of a 70s show. With your foreign car. What, sir? Is it a Toyota? A Ford? An Acura? Because it's not giving foreign car. It's giving very much Korean brand. And you have some glasses on and a little snazzy little outfit that's from the 1970s in 2023 is not the flex you think it is. That was literally 53 years ago. I need him to go somewhere because he's giving exaggeration and sexist. And I don't like that in a man. Why are you hitting the 7-year-old? Man, you can't hit him for something he doesn't remember he did. And you don't know the full story. That's why the bribes are still there in his belongings and he hasn't used them. You better pay your parents back first, sir. Because you're out here stealing. This is hilarious. He's really trying to find that ball. And I don't know if he already technically found it and didn't realize it. Or what? Oh, goodness. That's not awkward. Drama song expecting Elite with the soundtrack, the OST. However, this episode was really good. She finally got to see what Kang-Ho was really like. And, you know, she might not have liked what she saw, but it was the truth and she needed to see it. And I don't think he's a bad prosecutor. I just think he has a bad rep a little bit because, you know, like he's literally trying to unearth evidence on the criminal underworld that also includes judiciary figures and prosecutors. And it's going to take a while to build up a case that's concrete enough for them charges to stick and for a judge to not toss it out. So he's trying to collect all this evidence, but he's making enemies out of basically people who are unfortunately the victims of these corporations while he's gathering evidence on them. But his mom doesn't get that yet. But it's all a part of his plan, I think. I think Kang-Ho, he has to have a plan here. And the families are a part of that plan for him. I do believe that. I believe it has to be true that way. Because I don't believe that he's as unethical as he wants people to seem. Like I said in the last couple of episodes, it's definitely an act. But it's an act he has to keep to the script of, because he is trying to take down very powerful people with other very powerful people in play. And so yeah, that's my reaction to The Good Bad Mother episode 4. I can't wait to watch episode 5, because now that Mi-joo is back, we can possibly through flashbacks finally see what exactly happened, because they were together, they were happy in Seoul, and I need to understand what happened or who he got involved with to where he needed to let her loose so she wouldn't be in danger, to where they had to end their relationship and he ended up going with the other woman that became his fiance. So yeah, I can't wait to see what's going to happen there. But if you have made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. And if you are watching this video on YouTube and you have not yet subscribed and you've made it all the way to the end, don't forget to subscribe, because like I said earlier, we are on the way to 1,000 subscribers. And also don't forget to give this video a good thumbs up, because that helps with the algorithm and helps it get out to more people on YouTube. And also don't forget to comment if you would like to. You're not obligated to, but if you would like to, go ahead and leave a comment. And if you're watching this on Patreon, once again, thank you so much for being a patron. Your support is so very much appreciated. And until next time, I will be back with another video in the relative future and sometime very soon. But until the next video, y'all, bye.